With the final pick in the first round of the 2023 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select a tight end? Yes, my guy, Damian Parson, has the Chiefs selecting Michael Mayer, tight end out of Notre Dame, in his latest mock draft for the Draft Network. Now, I know what you guys are thinking.
He's crazy.
And while I don't necessarily disagree with the idea that he could be crazy, here's why this makes some sense. Today, my draft film room is going to be about Michael Mayer, what the Chiefs offense can start doing with another tight end in the fold, not just somebody that they can take and replace Travis Kelce with, but someone that will continue to make what they're doing right now and what they're changing the ideology of offense in the NFL with, make it even more impactful and more efficient. Patrick Mahomes can use weapons. We know that. They don't have to be wide receivers. They don't have to be first-round wide receivers. They have to be able to make the offense more effective and more efficient. This past season, the Chiefs were one of the most impactful and efficient 13 personnel offenses in the NFL. With who knows happening with Blake Bell and Jody Fortson going into the future, I expect Jody to be back, but you never really know. Michael Mayer is an option for the Chiefs in this draft in the first round. And while all this speculation about what the Chiefs need and what they could possibly be getting in the first round, whether it be offensive tackle, whether it be defensive end, Michael Mayer has a bit of intrigue for me. A tight end has a bit of intrigue for me. And here's why. So right here, he's going to run a corner route, but all of it is based off of stem manipulation with his head usage. So he's going to eventually get to the corner route, but he's going to stem to the outside against man coverage right here. And what this does is it continues to widen the man defender. Okay, so when you stem to the outside, they have to respect that movement. And it's all in the details, because now he's going to work back to the inside, nice hand usage, and then break back to that corner route. Everything that he does has a purpose in his route running. A very good, refined technician in his stem to be able to get open down the field. Again, when you see the head movement, when you see the hands come across the body here, it's a really nice ability that he's got, especially at the top of his route there, kind of looks back and makes that corner have to give that second hesitation notice that he could be going anywhere at that point. I need to be able to see him move his head and see with that hips and see what he's doing. And you're going to see right here a better angle of this all 22 right here. He's going to, again, stem to the outside and then get back towards the inside. And this is a really nice job of Michael Mayer getting open and finding space against man coverage. I love what he does in the route running department. Here he is again, this time in the slot. And we're going to see a lot of the same type of route running from him, but this time it's just a little bit different, and it's the same kind of breaker at the top. He's going to run a skinny post right here, but what I like about this one is the speed variance. So in your stem, you can do a lot of different things to disguise what you're doing. We saw the last one with the outside stem release and moving that defender outside. This time we're going to see a little speed variance. He's going to slowly get out of his stance and make that defender start to get a little bit closer to him. And then when he sees that happen, he's going to take a jab step to the outside, because now this corner is guessing, okay, where is he going to go? He's going to break out really, really quickly to the out. Maybe it'll be a corner, maybe it'll be an out route, maybe it'll be a little spot route, who knows? But instead, he gives a nice little slow out of his stance, jab step, and then he breaks down the middle of the field for this skinny post. A really nice, detailed route runner. Again, you being able to see what he does. Gosh, I can't stand that. Being able to see what he does a little more cleanly right here. I love the details that he brings to his route running. Nice, again, jab step, forces that defender outside of his comfort zone, and then it's a touchdown. It's an easy touchdown against man coverage. He's a very good player identifying what coverage he's against, whether it's man, whether it's zone. He's very good at that. And again, there's that nice little short area move that gets him open for a big touchdown. Speaking of reading your defenses, we've seen, Travis Kelce, Juju Smith-Schuster be extremely important in terms of what they do with their spot routes, getting open in that short 4 to 5 to 6 yard area for an easy completion. Michael Mayer brings that same kind of feel to him. He's going to do a nice job hitting this spot route from a little condensed split out to the left out of motion and reading that defender coming across his face. It's all about not selling what you're doing, right? Selling what you're doing and making them buy it. I think receivers, I like to say receivers and tight ends to an extent, are used car salesmen. You have to be able to sell anything that you've got in the lot, right? And what he's doing here is he's going to sell it, just kind of work. You're going to see this defender go out to the flat. You've got guys, space defenders dropping to their spots, which they all do. He knows that. So instead of breaking out really, really fast, he's just waiting for this guy to get across him, and then he's going to hit his spot route. And then at the end of it is where it makes the most sense, because he's going to work back to the quarterback here, right there. He stops on his spot route, but he works back, okay? He works back. He creates more space. You see, he uses the space in front of him. With all of that there, you have the ability to find something else if you've got guys coming at you, whether it's going to be, coming into short spaces, whether it's coming into big spaces like that you saw here. Really nice job finding it and being available to your quarterback. We know in Kansas City that is hugely important for this offense, and that's something that Michael Mayer brings. All tight ends have to block. It's just kind of how it is, even though Travis Kelce doesn't ever get any credit for it ever, because George Kittle and Gronkowski are just better than he is. He just never gets any credit. But here he is, lined up one-on-one against Clemson's first round defensive end this year, Myles Murphy. He's going to be drafted in the first round. He's got speed off the edge. He's got huge power. Look at the pad level coming out of his stance. Like, he's ready to come impact the tight end. But Michael Mayer is a very effective and efficient blocker. He's very good at what he does. And being able to come off the ball against a defensive end and really manage the situation is a nice thing to have for a guy who's coming out in the first round. He's going to be a first round draft pick. And you like to see the one-on-one, the physicality. Again, when I say he's effective, I mean that he knows what he's doing. He gets his hands out there a little bit, but he relocates them back to the inside, and then he doesn't get manhandled by Myles Murphy. That's something that you could have happen to him with a bigger, stronger defensive end, but he does not. He doesn't get bullied, and he can really be effective against the run and allow guys like, whether it's McKinnon or Pacheco, whoever the Chiefs end up drafting this year, allow them space to get to work. So while he brings a nice ability as a receiver, he does have more than enough chops playing at Notre Dame, mind you, a place where you always see them run the ball effectively, efficiently, very, very well. He brings that to the fold as well. Underrated athlete, I think. He brings a lot of short area to him, but as a receiver, you have to show some athletic ability and some nice attention to detail when you're trying to get out in space. So here he's just going to release to the flat, little out route. And what I like to see here is we have him looking for the football. Okay, so he knows the defender's coming. Right at the catch point, when he catches that football, the head snaps around and that hand goes with it. He is looking to create separation and get yak ability and yak after, yards after the catch with every time he's out there. So that hand comes up right with him and he creates that. Then he jumps nearly 5 yards into the end zone. He gets pushed out right at the end. But I do like seeing that from Michael Mayer. Just a nice looking for the end zone kind of player, some yak ability to him. And like I said, because he's a little bit more of an underrated athlete, I think yak is something that doesn't really come to focus for everybody. This game against Boston College was nuts. There was like 4 different types of weather that happened within the game itself. And this is a nice little wrinkle that they did a lot in this game because, one, it allowed them to throw the football, a touch pass to Michael Mayer, who can then get 10 yards after the catch following his blocks right there. Again, very good stiff arm, but he's a good weaver. He's not going to be breaking down and doing all that stuff that you see some of the better tight ends in the NFL do, where he can really drop those hips and going, but he can weave in between traffic. He can follow his blocks. He has good vision, and he is tougher to bring down. I think the snow kind of tripped him up a little bit. Notre Dame did this a lot from what I saw, and it was a really nice, unique way to get him the football because he was, and it was their best offensive player. So when you have a guy that you need to find ways to get touches, it's nice to be able to put him in motion. Again, he can line up out wide in the slot as an H, just off the line here, as a Y tight end, all those different kinds of things. They pull him a lot in the blocking game. He's so versatile, such a unique position playing it in Notre Dame and all the different ways that they used him. It would bring a lot of effectiveness to the Chiefs offense. We know that they like their tight ends, these guys that are just freaks. And this is another one of those things that he brings. He's not, again, going to jump. I don't think he's going to jump out of a gym at the combine. I don't think he's going to run a blazing 40. He's a very reliable player, but the extension here to get that football is what I love. The ball's thrown a little bit to his inside. He comes back to it and then immediately starts to run. And this is where, you want to see him hold on to the football. Just do something with it, man. Don't drop it over the middle of the field like that. But this is the only time on his tape I saw a fumble of any kind. Just something doesn't happen all the time. Again, out wide this time against man coverage, press man coverage. Nice adjustment to the football in the air. So I think at the end of the day, a guy like Michael Mayer in Kansas City not only makes a lot of sense because of the different ways that he can be used, but because he continuously adds weapons to the offense and allows them to continue this idea that 13 personnel is going to be super, super efficient. So while you might think Damian's crazy by letting him draft Michael Mayer to the Chiefs at 31, it will be 31. That's right. The Miami Dolphins have avoided pick this year. Just remember that this idea of adding to the offense is all this is about. So we're going to watch him continue to be really good. Yards after the catch, go get the football. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Just think on it for a little bit. Think of how the Chiefs could use him, how Andy Reid could use him. It'd be a lot of fun that way too. I hope you guys, again, like this video. There's going to be tons more coming for not just us, but the NFL33.com. Make sure you're subbed over there so you can continue to get the best draft coverage that we offer. If you guys would please, in the comment section, leave me who you want the Chiefs to draft at 31 and who you want next for me to break down on the RGR Football channel. You guys have an absolutely fantastic week, and we'll let Michael Mayer take you guys out. Tune in next time for our next film room. Have a great day.
Thanks for watching this video from the team at RGR Football. Click these videos to see more and subscribe to RGR Football.